Hi guys, it's Sheila Shimmers. Welcome back to my channel. Today's going to be a very fancy video because we're going to be reviewing a very expensive palette. It is actually my most expensive palette that I own. And this was actually a gift for me for my birthday. One of my friends gave it to me for my birthday. I will be eternally grateful for this palette because honestly, it is so expensive and I don't know. I've always been super intrigued about Natasha Denona's palettes. I did try them out once. You'll hear about it on the next part of the video. But honestly, I think that when I used them, I wasn't really like super experienced with eyeshadow yet. And I didn't really know what I was doing because I feel like these shadows have a different type of, you know, consistency, formula, finish, and just like they don't need as much to like work. And I just really didn't understand that. I also couldn't get past like the price tag of this, but I'm super excited that I got it and that she got it for me because honestly, this is probably going to be one of my new favorite things. It is the Sunset palette by Natasha Denona, and wait till I tell you guys how much this palette is worth. But I created this really pretty look, and honestly, I just wanted to do something a little bit more wearable. I feel like my looks lately have been a little bit too elaborated, and I just wanted to do something that felt like me, and honestly this feels exactly like me. So here's the palette. It comes in this really nice packaging. When you open it up, it does have a really nice mirror. It feels very sturdy. The magnet on this is super hard, so it feels like it's never gonna open. You have your mirror over here, and then you have the slit in the middle that separates your shadows from the mirror, the top part, and it also has all your names of your shadows, which is really nice. This is never gonna come off, although you could rip it off if you wanted to, but it's kind of like sewn into the palette, as you can see. This palette just feels really sturdy. It has some stitching around it. I feel like the palette itself looks really nice. It is kind of like a fabricy material. As far as packaging, I feel like it looks really nice. It's very thick, but it is very small, so it's super easy to just, you know, pack. I have heard that the pans break very easily, so I would probably not recommend, you know, traveling with this. So I'm just going to be rating off the Sephora website. It retails for $129. It is also available on Beautylish, obviously Natasha Denona's website. It comes with 15 shades. It has a mixture of matte, duochrome, metallic, and chroma crystal finishes. I believe chroma crystal is very like distinctive of Natasha Denona. I actually follow her on Instagram, and I feel like all the creations and stuff that she posts are so stunning, so I'm always like super intrigued to what she's doing next. Her looks are always so different. They're always like super simple or very just like night looks and fashion runway. It's definitely a much different, you know, look than what you see on everyday, especially on YouTube. But I do think that they're so pretty, and she's honestly like a genius. I did forget to mention, I do really like the combination of colors in this. I do really feel like I have some everyday looks, but I also have like very dark browns if I want to create a night look. The only thing that I would probably miss on this one is a black one, but I do have her single pan of the blackest black. I do really like that she included this shade right here. This one is a much softer shade. It is a much softer shimmer, so it looks really nice on the brow bone. And I forgot to put it on my inner corner. I should probably do that right now. Alright, so it is in my inner corner now. I feel like it's a much softer shimmer, but it does pack on really nicely, and it's just very like subtle. I just love the finish of that one. I did end up using this one. This one is probably not the most metallic-y shimmer of the whole palette, but I do think it looks really nice, especially for like an everyday look like this one. I feel like it looks really effortless and like super chic, so I just really love it. I do love that she included a red as well because it's something very different, and you also have these burnt oranges, which is so stunning. So you can use these shades right here for like a summery look. You also have a yellow. I believe this yellow is a little bit more sheer. It's not like a very vibrant yellow. They are just really nice shades. So for $129, I do understand that this is very expensive. Honestly, I wouldn't even purchase it myself. This was a gift, and if it wasn't a gift, like I said, I returned it. So that's what would have happened. I honestly don't know if from this video I'm going to be able to tell you guys like if it's worth it or not, because I do feel like most of these shades you can find at much cheaper prices, but her formula is something so different. Honestly, I do think that a lot of people are in love with her formula, and I do think that a lot of people love her makeup and what she comes out with. So those people that really like their formulas, I feel like do spend the extra money to get the stuff that she comes out with. So I don't know if it's something to like have the most expensive palette out there, or the fact that they are that good, but you can definitely create the same look with, you know, much cheaper stuff. So I just wanted to say that because I do understand that, you know, this is nothing out of the world, but I am super, super happy that I have it, and super, super grateful to my friend because this is honestly super expensive. So now that I've talked my ass off, let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you guys how I created this look, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I did already prime my eyes. I also put some little tape over here. I'm going to just start with my palette right here. Honestly, this palette is so, so beautiful. I'm going to start with this shade on the bottom right here. I did clean my brushes today. I do want to do a disclaimer because they are tainted, but they are clean. So I just want to say that because I know a lot of people will comment saying how my brushes are not clean. So I'm placing this shade right on my crease. I'm gonna admit, guys, that I did review this palette last year. I did buy it with my own money, and I remember that I didn't really like it, but honestly, I do have to say that when I did get it, I was very new to makeup, so I didn't really know what I was doing, and Natasha Denona's like formula is very different to anything else I've ever used. So I thought it was very, very high maintenance. I honestly couldn't even deal with the fact that this palette was so expensive. So that's why I decided to return it. And I kind of want to go back and watch that video and just see what I did with it, because I remember like I was thinking in my head, like, why do people spend so much money on these shadows? Because they're not all that great. But it's funny because after that, as soon as I started using more makeup and understanding more techniques, I wanted to try these shadows so bad, and I actually like always looked at Natasha Denona's palettes. I'm going off subject here. I feel like this shadow is really, really nice. It's like a corally, very subtle shade, and I really like it. It honestly looks a little bit more pinkish on the palette, as you can see there, but I think it looks really, really nice on my eyes. Next shade I'm going to be taking, I think it's going to be this one right on the top. I'm going to stick to like this little corner right here and see if I need any more shades, because I don't want to do an orangey look. I know this palette is what everyone has done. Every like review of this palette that I have seen, they all kind of use that like the sunset look, and I just want to do something different for this one. So I'm reaching onto this shade. This one is called Volcano. I'm going to put this one right on the outer corner. They are very, very nice. At least the mattes on this palette are super nice. Very, very easy. I'm going to pack a little bit more. You can tell right there how much pigment you can get. I do want to just put a little bit more right on the outer corner. I don't know if I want to go with one more shade, but I do really want to keep it on the simpler side. So I think I'm just going to go with my, you know, my shimmer right here. So I think I'm just going to take that one with a flat brush. And this one is called Atmosphere, and it just looks really, really stunning. So I'm just going to start applying this. Honestly, that is applying so easily. Every look that I do with any palette is always like so different and so out there that I always find myself like wanting something, you know, like a little bit more wearable to see. And I just feel like I never do that. So I just primed my brush with a little bit of the Urban Decay All Nighter, and I just want to see what difference does it make with going like that with that shimmer. So I'm applying this. I do feel like it definitely made a difference. I also feel like I should have put more of a drastic eyeshadow underneath this for it to really pop. But honestly, I don't hate this. This look is so adorable. I'm going to take this shade right here, and I'm going to put this on my brow bone and also on my inner corner. This one is called Ice Gold, which I think is so pretty. I love when they include a shade like this that you can use for brow bone, because I do think that makes like the biggest difference, in my opinion. I don't think this one's very shimmery, but it definitely works. Alright, so now I feel like that's where I'm going to leave it. I do want to do like a very simple look. Oh, I hate this. So I'm going to prime my eyes with this Wonder Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil. And to kind of keep on the trend that we're doing today, I'm also going to use Natasha Denona's foundation. It's the Foundation X. I know she recently came out with a better, or like a refined version of it, but I do have the old one, and honestly, I did love that foundation a lot. I feel like it's beautiful. This is how it looks like. I have this one in the shade 48 medium. It is a little bit warm on me, but right now I am on the tan side, so it definitely fits me really well. So that's what I'll be using. I do think that this one, you have to use a lot of product to make it like full coverage, but I do think that it definitely gets you there, and it has a beautiful, beautiful finish. I wouldn't say it's such like a matte finish. It definitely has a little bit of like glow to it. A little bit more glow than natural finish, but definitely not like a dewy foundation. But it just looks so nice and makes your skin look really healthy. I really, really like it. I also feel like this would look nicer if I didn't need as much of it. Like if I just wanted to go with a sheer application, if I didn't really have to cover a lot. But right now I do have a lot of stuff that I do want to cover. I have some little breakouts. I just put some concealer on, and now I'm just gonna do under my eyes, and then I'll be doing the rest of my makeup. So I think I'm gonna go with the shade Volcano right here, which is the dark brown that we used. And I'm just gonna be placing that one like right underneath my eyes, very close to my lash line. One thing I noticed about the shadows is that it definitely doesn't have almost any fallout. On the pan they do, but once you grab it with your brush, it is like hardly any. So that is something nice. If that is something that bothers you, that is definitely a plus. Obviously, I haven't really used this palette so much, and like I said, the last time I purchased it was a long time ago, and I didn't really keep it enough to like use it. I think I only used it for that one video, and then I decided to return it because I couldn't deal with the price tag of it. Next, I'm gonna go with this one, and I'm just gonna blend that out. So I'll be taking this one with the other side and kind of just blending it underneath my eyes. Alright guys, so this is the look. I understand that this is not a very like super heavy look, and it's something that a lot of people wouldn't even think of when they see this palette. They would probably go for something a little bit more like elaborated, but I feel like a lot of people just use the browns and the oranges and the reds on this palette, so I just wanted to do something a little bit more wearable. I do really think that this palette is honestly amazing. I really enjoy using it. I felt like the mattes just blended out really, really easily. I do this look with any other palette, absolutely, probably any other palette that I own, but this is something I'm gonna have. Is very special to me because it was a gift, and also it's very special to me because it's one of the most expensive and like very good quality palettes that I have. So this would probably be my palette, like my go-to palette for like either, you know, special occasions, or if I ever have a wedding or something like that, I would probably just reach for this one. If I have a trip that I'm going on, I would probably reach for this one as well. I think one of the things that makes it so special is the fact that the packaging is so nice, because it doesn't feel like anything else on the market. I honestly haven't seen any other palette that looks like this, that feels like this, that feels so expensive, and you are spending a lot of money. I don't think, honestly, if you ask my honest opinion, I do not think that it is worth it to spend $120 for this palette. I have been eyeing also the Pat McGrath ones, and for the same reason, I haven't been able to purchase them myself, even though I love makeup so much, because I just don't think that it's worth it. I mean, I just literally today, earlier, reviewed a palette from Amazon that was $10. It's right here, this one. It was $15, and I honestly think that this one is probably better than my Modern Renaissance. But at the same time, like, there's some things that you just want to have and you just want to love, and I feel like this is one of those things for me. So I do really think that if you are eyeing it and you haven't been able to like get it out of your head for a long time, definitely go ahead and just purchase it, try it out, see if you like the formula. I do know that she came out with a much smaller one that is $65, so check that one out if you want to start with something a little bit more, still expensive, but a little bit more affordable within her brand. It's obviously a luxury brand, so I don't want to like any hate comments saying how it's so expensive. You know what you're getting into as soon as you know, see the name Natasha Denona, because her makeup is just very, very expensive. So that is the look that I created today. As always, please don't forget to subscribe below. I honestly hope that you guys have a great, great day, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye!